To order, please stand for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Trish.
Mrs. Brew?
Here.
Miss Langless? Here. Mr. Marraro?
Here.
Mr. Parker? Here. Mrs. Steigerwald?
Do I have a motion to excuse Ricky?
I'll make
That motion to excuse Ricky.
Second. Miss Langless?
Yes.
Mr. Marraro?
Yes.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mrs. Brew?
Yes. Move on to approval of the agenda. Is there any questions on the agenda? If not, I would need a motion.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Attaboy, Chuck.
Who's support?
Chucky did, he's kind of quiet. Chucky, you might have to turn your microphone on.
You're gonna have to turn it on. You got a big mouth like me.
Mr. Marraro?
Yes.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mrs. Brew?
Yes.
Miss Langless?
Yes. Move on to the approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of July 15th, 2026. Did anybody have any corrections or any questions on the minutes? If not, I need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of July 15th to 2026 regular meeting.
I'll second.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mrs. Brew?
Yes.
Miss Langless?
Yes.
Mr. Marraro?
Yes.
Approval of manifest 2026-14. Why wasn't that amount
Yeah,
there?
I know, I'm asking him on it. I'm sorry. He doesn't have the amount for the manifest, I can't. I'm sure he'll do it.
Oh, yeah. Trish was,
Oh, okay, all right, I got it.
Did you have any questions, Sarah?
I did not.
Jeff?
None on parent taxes.
Chuck? And I had none. Do I have a motion?
I motion to approve manifest number 2026-14 in the amount of $1,370,574.73.
Second?
Mrs. Brew?
Yes?
Miss Langless?
Yes.
Mr. Marraro?
Yes.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
I'd like to make a comment on that 405,278 and 27 cents was for taxes being paid out. Thank you. Did we have any previous questions?
you did not.
Okay. Anyone in attendance wishing to address the council on any item of interest shall do so now at the podium. State your name and address for the record. Comments shall be limited to 3 minutes per person. Anyone in attendance wishing to address the council on agenda items only shall do so now at the podium. State your name and address for the record. We'll move on to action items. Item number 1, norwaymi.com email service extension. Mr. Stoltman?
So, as part of our sale of our cable system, the city's email, the norwaymi.com email that was provided to customers would go away. We've been trying to put that word out there since the system was sold in December of 25. And it was supposed to end June 30th. As we're getting closer to the date and talking to people, again, we started feeling like the word still hadn't gotten out there. Some businesses, some residentials. So we contacted the person who was hosting it for us, and they paused it so it didn't cut out until we could kind of discuss if we wanted to extend it for a short period of time to try to get that word out a little bit more. If we do, the idea is either through the hosting provider send out a mass email or even be able to sort of shut down the service so people can't access it, prompting them to realize something's wrong, to call us, and then we can explain to them that it is going away. You need to start transferring emails to a new email provider of your choosing. So I did reach out to that company. It is a 3-month is the minimum extension, and 400 is the minimum amount per month for that extension. We don't actually have enough emails to hit 400 or 300 and something dollars, but so it's 400 a month for 3 months, so 1,200 to extend the norwaymi.com email, so people can continue to use it and get more notification that it is
I do feel for people, especially with their emails and that, and, you know, some people don't understand that. We've also got to get that word out there a little bit more.
Yeah. So we hope by, we will kind of shut it down, but it won't lose anything. So if you go on your norwaymi.com, you can't access it. What you're going to do then is you're going to call us and say, I can't access my email. And so then we can tell people what's going on, and then we can reopen it so they can continue to use it and move it over. But it's an idea of, it'll kind of force people to call us and ask what's going on, so we actually get it out to them.
Question, wouldn't they do that anyway?
Well, if it shuts down, shuts down, then we're not paying for it, it's gone.
But I mean, when it's gone, wouldn't they call and be like, where's my email?
Yes, but they can no longer then recover anything.
Yeah, like if they want
Gotcha.
to recover.
So this
How
way,
many people are we talking?
300, we have 300 and give or take 50 email subscribers out there.
That are still active?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, whether or not they use it a lot, we don't know. That's part of it, is if it shuts down for 5 days and certain people don't call, then they probably aren't using it. But if it gets shut down like we anticipated, and people had not moved it over, it's because they're not going to have access, and they're not going to have access to their contacts, previous emails. They will just be starting over.
Would it be possible to do it for a month instead of 3?
3 months was their minimum for an extension.
So they won't do it for just a month?
Correct.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so $1,200, in the grand scheme of things, for that sale is not a killer.
No, but people have to be personally responsible for stuff, so I would say it's fine to do it this way, but after this, I won't.
Oh, no, this would
extension.
be the end. It would be shut off after that 3-month period. And the way we get things out there, we do the newsletter, we do Facebook, we do website, we understand not everyone sees those forums. So shutting it down where people can't access it, we think would prompt people to call us.
Okay, so if they can access it and they call City Hall, how are you gonna make sure then they can access it to get?
We'll just turn it back on. Because it's not deleted, it's not gone, because it's still being hosted. It's just a way to pause the service so people can't access it, like the system is down. And the hopes is, again, they're gonna call us I can't access it. And then we'll be like, well, it's paused because this is happening, this is what's gonna happen.
How's that logistics work here? That's what I think you can't.
The hosting providers, I believe.
They're gonna shut it down,
They can, that's what we discussed with them, they
And
can
then-
pause it and then.
and every time somebody calls, you're gonna have one of our people call them and tell them to turn it back.
No, we'll probably do the whole thing in one spot. We'll probably take it down for 5 days, and then, 3 days or
You know,
whatever.
people start calling,
Yeah.
we'll get a chance to
Yeah.
actually have a conversation
Yep,
about it.
correct.
Any other questions or comments? Do I have a motion?
All motion, we approve a 3-month extension of our norwaymi.com email hosting service with NRTC as presented. Or do you want the dollars in there, Grant?
I think it's inferred, but detail is always better. Cost not to exceed $1,200.
My motion, we approve the 3-month extension of our norwaymi.com email hosting service with NRTC as presented for a total of $1,200 over 3 months.
Ms. Langless?
Nay.
Mr. Mararo?
Yes.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mrs. Brew?
Yes. Item number 2, Resolution 2026-19, General Utility Service Rate Resolution.
So this is a revision to what was approved during the budget. So what we found is a couple of things. The not so important one to what we're talking about, but an error we found, the fiscal year, we had incorrect. We had 25, 26, it's actually 26, 27. The actual, what brought on this correction was we met with WPPI to discuss software changes to the utility program and the energy optimization plan surcharge, which is the state mandated rule where we have to put money aside to offset energy costs by doing Energy Star devices, things of that nature. Two things. One, the name was renamed. It's Energy Waste Reduction Surcharge, as the rule is Energy Waste Reduction Plan is the state rule. And the rates we had just changed based on and the regular increase with the other electric rates, but this rate is actually not set by us. So we have the new rate that is set by WPPI to conform to the program needs. So that is what the change is.
What is the difference of what we were charging?
We were at, the residential rate was a per kilowatt, and we were at 0.00231 kilowatts, and now it goes to 0.00330 per kilowatt.
What was it again? 002?
00231. Might got a line through it, but yeah. And then the commercial customer was a flat rate. We were at $724 a month, and it's $995. This is the program we put aside 80 or so thousand again to try to offset the energy costs through.
And we have no choice on that.
Correct.
Okay, so I just want that clear.
So we raised rates, not knowing this was coming?
I think it's just an oversight by us. It was the rate, we don't set those rates, that's set by the program. And that's
No, I understand, but that's still a problem for me, right? If we knew there could have been a rate increase coming from WPPI, I mean, we should have probably waited to increase, so we could have got that, because now it's like a double rate increase.
Yeah.
Is what we're looking at doing here. I'm not saying it's double what it was, I'm
Right.
just saying we're hitting them with two increases because we didn't take our, we didn't talk to our partner in WPPI to find out what they were gonna do this year.
Yes. It was an oversight on my part that they set those rates.
When did they set these rates?
Oh, I can't remember when that came out. I'd have to look at it, I don't know.
Okay, so,
But we voted for the .00231 as an increase, correct?
not knowing this was coming.
Correct.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
But we don't actually set those rates.
So going forward in the future, we would not vote those rates. We would look at what they're requiring.
You would vote the rates, but we would have the rates that have been set by them for us.
Okay.
Why do they get to set a rate?
Because it covers the cost of the program for our utility. How they come up with that number, I don't know. But what we had in there would not cover the cost of that program.
So item 3, is that the total increase to the end user?
So that's the change, so it's going to that.
And so you're gonna add .00231 to that?
It's going from the 00330 to 00330 per kilowatt.
Okay, so that's your total. It's going up another, like, whatever that comes out to be.
No,
That's
no,
your new
that
number.
is our new number, the
That's-
00330
Correct,
is
and that's the total of our increase and their increase is going to that.
That is just what the per kilowatt rate is going to be.
It's gonna change basically
To that.
from what we decided to what they have decided. Am I correct? Do I have that clear?
So it's not on the rate, it's just a surcharge?
Every bill has this surcharge. It's separate from, these are your energy rates.
And
This is-
that's what we set, the energy.
Yeah, those are not changing. It's the energy waste reduction surcharge. That is on everyone's bill. monthly.
And the commercial customers are gonna get hit with the 7, what did we do, 7 what?
We were at 724, the actual rate is 995 per month. Commercial is a flat rate, residential is per kilowatt.
And it's a flat rate, it's not how much
Yeah.
they use.
I'm just trying to figure out how our rate increase plays into it as well.
It
Doesn't, it doesn't.
This is not part of
Your rate
your,
will change.
it's a surcharge. It's separate from, like, here's your residential.
So they're gonna charge our customers this on top of what, this is just an extra charge for the
surcharge.
customer.
Yeah.
What's
for
this
that.
always been on
Yeah,
there?
It's always been on.
But we
there.
never even looked at the surcharge or anything. We never raised the surcharge.
And we didn't know this is, and we didn't know this is, I know the council didn't know this was coming, that's for sure.
The surcharge has always been on there.
But we didn't know the increase is coming, that's what I'm saying.
It just increased and we had the wrong increase on it. It is part of the state rule for the program. You have to do it. This is the rate that covers the cost for the program for our utility.
And it's everybody got it.
Yeah.
It ain't just for our utility.
No, it's all the utility, all electric
Right.
utilities.
How much will that make it go up, you know, approximately?
I mean, it just depends on, I mean, for the commercial customers, it's the difference between 7.24 and 9.95. The residential customer, it just depends on your usage.
So we went from 7 something to 995.
The other for the
7.
flat commercial and the residential went from 0.00231 kilowatts per hour to 0.00330.
Okay, just so people understand that.
I don't
I'm
understand.
I'm trying to understand it myself.
I think we've been in this program for as long as I've been here and before. The program itself is not new.
Too long, good, we're on the way.
So we just had the wrong rate, the rate changed.
Yeah, and I don't know if we ever voted on this. Did we?
Yeah, it's in the rate resolutions.
It's part of it. Whenever we signed up with WPP, I can't make sure it's all in, you know.
Yeah.
And it's in the rate resolutions that we do in every budget. It's in that, it's there.
Well, I guess we have no choice. If the state's mandating it. And it's for everybody, we don't, what do we do with it? Nothing, we have to raise it.
And this is the program that we've been, doing for a long time, where people, it's the energy optimization, so people can get a refund for their Energy Star rated appliances and things like that, to help offset the energy use.
Do I have any other questions on that?
I make a motion to approve resolution 2026-19, annual utility and service rate resolution, revision 1 is presented.
Second.
Mr. Moraro?
Yeah.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mrs. Brew?
Yes?
Miss Langless?
Yes.
And I want to make it clear again, we didn't have a choice on this. It's a mandate and we have to follow the rules. All right.
I would like to add, the city doesn't make money off that part of it. It pretty much exactly cancels out the energy optimization costs that we have to pay to the state.
That's where the rate's going to cut, to cover that
Right.
program cost.
And that surcharge goes directly to the state.
Yes.
Okay. Item number 3, Resolution 2026-20 MDOT Agreement, West 4th Avenue Crush and Shake.
So while we didn't do any road projects like we normally do, this is one that's been on the books, predates me. This is part of the small urban program, so we submit these projects years in advance, and it's federal money, and so we only pay a small portion of those repairs or crush and shapes. They are usually the major roads, so major thoroughfare. That's why it's a federal grant dollar program. So this is our turn, excuse me, for this small urban program. It is a short stint. It's 4th Avenue from Kimberly to US 8. That area in Kimberly, Allwell, that's a major roads route for trucking and all those sorts of access. So basically what this is a resolution to move forward with that NDOT project. NDOT's regular standard contract agreement is in here, as we did for the other one. Main Street was one of those 3-4 years ago. So the total project is estimated at $167,920. The city's portion is $52,920, and we do have funds in the road construction portion of the.
Okay, I was just gonna ask if it was
We put money in
budgeted in
both.
there.
This was for one of those.
Do I have a motion?
Yeah, motion to approve resolution 2026-20, to present it for the small urban program paving project for 4th Avenue West onto US Highway 8.
Second?
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mrs. Brew?
Yes.
Ms. Langless?
Yes.
Mr. Moraro?
Yes.
Item number 4, hydro trash rack repair request.
So this, we have missing sections of our trash rack at the dam. The trash rack is a metal comb, if you will, that keeps debris out of getting into some of the components of the dam. The crew found larger than normal size objects in there, so they put a fishing camera down and found, as you see in the pictures, some missing sections. We've used this, I always say the name wrong, the Clutch Fab LLC as the diving crew that have come up before to do these things out of the Menominee. I did look around for other type of diving operations that do underwater repair and welding. I couldn't find many. The closest one, I think, was out of La Crosse. The other ones were out of the Detroit area. So I tried to find more pricing on that. Everyone is very far away. The catch with this is, so they'll come up from Menominee, and the dive to inspect it and use everything, the mobilization is $8,360. What we're asking for is a not to exceed amount of $25,000. So when they're down there, if they can repair it while they're there, we can have it repaired without coming back to council. If we don't, then they will have to come back and we'll have an additional $8,300 for mobilization or something of that nature. So it's saving money to allow us to repair it while they're down there. If not, it's going to cost even more. So that is the ask of this.
And that makes sense to me. I mean, because you don't want to come back, have them come back for that same amount. And hopefully we get lucky and they can fix it that day.
Right. They think maybe they can even find some of the segments that they're missing down there. But this is a fairly important part of our dam. It does keep large debris from getting
It's
into
important.
our components.
Yeah, we're lucky we haven't had anything go wrong with that big of a gap in the rakes. It's not
Certainly don't hope it comes near that $25,000 number, but again, we're looking for the ability to get it repaired when they're down there.
It looks like Scott had some things to say about this too. So he's in agreement with this company working and doing
Yes,
this?
there's a memo here from Scott.
Okay.
We've used them in the past. I mean, I did look around and no one from the Detroit area. The La Crosse is 5 hours away. It doesn't seem, I understand that we need to get more quotes, estimates for these things. And sometimes it just depends on the situation with the importance and people we've used in the past and where everyone else is. It just didn't seem like it was going to happen.
I think it's pretty important that this gets fixed as soon as possible. Did they say how long it would take them to get here?
I don't have their email. It would be fairly quickly. Let's see if they have it in this.
Well, we're talking about doing it before the end of September, hopefully. 'cause
Oh, yeah.
they
it
need
would be-
heaters.
Yes.
They need heaters for the
Yes,
seats,
no,
it
it
says
would be
after
done in
September.
summer. It would likely be done in August.
Okay.
Yeah, because something comes through there,
Yeah.
it ain't gonna be good. Do I have any questions, comments? If not, do I have a motion?
Good. I'll make a motion to approve the Hydro Dam trash rack repair contracting with
I don't know.
Pluchak Fab LLC for $8,360 with a not to exceed amount of $25,000 so that the repairs can be done if necessary.
Support.
Mrs. Brew?
Yes.
Miss Langless?
Yes.
Mr. Mararo?
Yes.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
We have the recognition for Rico.
We have a resolution. I don't really have any good paper or anything for the, so we can just read the resolution. Go for consent, and that, the year comes down. But we have a resolution, which is what it is.
We have a resolution, which is gonna be 2026-21, whereas Rico Mangini has served the residents of the city of Norway as an elected official holding the office of council member March 15th, 2021 to June 17th, 2026. Mr. Mangini's seal for elected service, knowledge of political process was instrumental as the city completed for state and federal grant dollars. The city council during Mr. Mangini's tenure assisted, supported various projects, incentives for the betterment of the residents of the city of Norway, demonstrating passion and resolve for sound fiscal responsibility. City Council of Norway wishes to extend its sincere thanks and appreciation to his dedication to the city, community, and operations of the city of Norway. Be it further resolved that this resolution be presented to Mr. Mangini on behalf of the Norway residents, that this resolution be spread across the minutes of the City Council for the City of Norway, recognizing his accomplishments. Congratulations on dedicated tenure in service to the Norway community. I also would like to thank Mr. Mangini personally. A lot of people don't know what it takes to be on the council. We put in a lot of time and effort. It's not just come here twice a month and vote on things. There's a lot of behind the scenes, and there's a lot of long hours, especially during budgets and that. And we appreciate him taking his time to help us do that for the city and the community. Do I have a motion?
Yeah, I'll motion resolution 2026-21 in recognition of Councilmember Rico Mangini be approved.
Second?
Miss Langless?
Yes.
Mr. Mararo?
Yes.
Mr. Parker? Mrs. Brew?
Yes. Move on to a discussion item. This is not to be voted on, just talked about. Item number 6, Ask Me contract amendment. Dan?
So what this item is to be discussed is when we went through contract negotiations last year for the new contracts, one of the things we were trying to do in the ASME contract is clean up the 2 columns for pay. Those 2 columns for pay were for employees pre-2013 hire date and those after. The pre-13 had a substantially higher rate, and it was before my time, but I believe the reason was that a wage study was done and determined that they needed to come down, so new employees had a different wage. During those negotiations, the goal was to, by the end of that contract, eliminate 2 columns and get down to 1. Certain jobs that no longer had employees in it from pre-2013, we did not put a rate for the pre-2013, we only had a rate for post. The area we're looking at discussing is the refuse collection and heavy equipment operator. And if we did have employees pre-13 that wanted to step back into those roles, the change here would be to reinstate what the wage would be close to had we not removed it in the previous contract for employees hired before 2013. So essentially what it would do is so the new rates for, say, the refuse collection is $25.08, and a heavy equipment operator is $26.74. In the previous contract for a employee hired before 2013, refuse would have been at the end of 2024 $27.39, and heavy equipment operator at the end of 24 would be $27.69. So what I did was took the 2024 rate and added the 3% of what the 2026 rates were increased, and that came to a wage of $28.21 for refuse and $28.50 for heavy equipment.
And
so
we're
we would-
keeping it in the same column now, so we ain't got all that, or is now is that-
it would come over here. So if you look at the classifications for the schedules and the new contract, we still have some older rates in there. And that's because of employees we had in those positions still working prior and were hired prior to 2013. So basically in the refuse and heavy equipment column, in the end rate, which would be the pre-13 employees, we would put those two rates in those columns. So in the new contract, where there is no rates for refuse under the end rate column and heavy equipment operator under the end rate column, where it's blank, you would have the 21 and 28.50 in the respective positions. And it would not affect the goal of eliminating two columns at the end of this contract, because it would only be available to current employees hired.
You have to have a CDL working on refuse truck.
Yes.
Do we have to reopen the contract to make these amendments? You're not saying no?
No, you can just do an amendment.
Yeah.
With the agreement of the union.
Yeah.
Basically, as I understand this, it's just giving some flexibility if there is anybody that wants to skip into this job that's been around here since before 2013.
Yeah. And we have very few remaining.
Okay.
So you would just do like an MOU, which would amend.
Yeah, I think the union now likes to, call it an agreement, not an MOU, but that is just verbiage. So it's a discussion item tonight because, I did present this idea to the ASME employees, regardless of hire date, and they voted on and did not have a concern by doing it, going back to a higher rate for those positions for those hired before 2013, but didn't want to go through the whole agreement process with the union unless council was open to this idea. So if council is open to this idea, then I will go to the union rep and we will draft an agreement and come back to council to
And we didn't go up on it because there was nobody in them.
correct.
Positions.
We no longer, at that point in time in this, we had no one pre-2013 in those roles. We still have employees pre-2013 in other positions. So basically, it'd be those few individuals, if they so chose to want to demote themselves for whatever reason, there would, if those positions were available, we would not create a position for anybody. It'd have to be if it is available. And if not, if an employee wanted to go back, then they would just have to accept the current rates of the new contract. Grant, I guess I would ask you, it's a discussion item, but would that making motion to want to see an agreement or just?
Nope.
Okay.
No,
Stop it.
no, it's just.
It's
the
just
way-
a-
Yeah, this is a discussion, you wanted to educate the council,
No, you
let
can't.
everybody know what was going on, or some of the thought process you had for it. It sounds like flexibility,
Yeah.
is what I understood
Yeah.
it, flexibility with, because of this rate columns wasn't included in certain positions because there weren't anybody in those positions. So if you look at it, just put the rate column back in, that gives some flexibility potentially for some existing employees.
So in an upcoming meeting, we would have an actual agreement, or whatever they want to call it, for this potential change.
Okay, we'll move on to mayor council comments. Sarah?
It's August. Everybody enjoy the rest of the summer.
Jeff?
Yep, I do. So, item 3 tonight for our wonderful taxpayers and constituents out there was a resolution that we were forced to approve for this optimization plan for surcharge.
Wait. That's not item number 3.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's the MDOT. You're talking item
Sorry.
number 2.
Yeah, item number 2. So, just like we've talked about before, everyone, when you heard me talk about this stuff, this is kind of something you need. If you don't like this, call your state rep, call your state senator. Let them know that you don't want agencies, mandating extra charges to your utility bills and other things. It's just another way of taxation that a lot of times doesn't even run through, the state house or the state senate. So just keep that in mind if you're upset about things like this, where we have to vote yes. Don't be afraid to get involved and call and talk. Tell them you're frustrated with these type of charges. Thank you.
Chuck? I agree with Jeff, and it's really hard sometimes sitting in this position, and people aren't educated on some of the things that happen here because they're not here, or they don't watch it on YouTube, or not in the newspaper anymore. There's a lot of this stuff, I don't even know why they tell us to vote on it, because we have to do it anyway, And it's hard for us to sit here. We pay utilities too, like everybody else does, so, it hurts us, it hurts our businesses, it hurts our residents. People are having a hard time making things go right now as the economy is. But we take no pleasure in raising any of the rates at all. And it's really hard sometimes when, some of this stuff comes up. You really would like to vote no, but you really don't have a choice in the matter. So we have to do what we have to do to keep in compliance and keep the city going.
Well said, Madam Mayor.
Dan?
On a positive note for that program, if any taxpayers have a energy efficient item that they purchase, they can fill out the form online and get a rebate.
And what is it called? Energy Star?
The Energy Star is the rating that would qualify, and we have on our website and stuff the company. Basically, that money goes to someone to manage this program. But what people get is, if you buy a refrigerator with an Energy Star rating, you can get like a $50 rebate.
That'll help offset these
That
charges.
is, that's the purpose, part of the purpose of the program.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes a ton of sense here.
That's all.
On one other note, I want to thank Dan for our executive memo. I think there was a lot of good information in there, and I think you finally got what I'm talking about when I looked at it, and I was like, this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's hard, some of the things we do here, and we pay money out, and we don't see, the end result or what's going on with the money that we are voting to do, which is, one of the things I'm talking about is the people, coming into the houses and checking your water system and stuff like that. We had a good update on that, kind of understand where that's going. And that was another thing that we didn't have a choice on. We have to do it. There's certain things that we just have to do, and it had to be done. That's all I have. Grant?
Nothing, thank you, Madam Mayor.
Do you girls have anything? No? So I have a motion to adjourn.
Motion, we adjourn.
Mr. Parker?
Yes.
Mrs. Brew?
Yes.
Ms. Langless?
Yes.
Mr. Mararo?
Yes.